rise of the new frontiers.
See you around.
Accountability, honesty, integrity, just like in the military. At the airport.
Ready for more?
You bet.
My family, my
Let's hit it.
grandfather, those are the things that I feel like I'm always getting. You can always get that. Be able to get someone on the phone, or be able to help them with whatever they need done. You never feel like you're just about to go for it. I'm Joe Lombardi. I'm a USA member of the
That's why we back our returns with a 100K accuracy guarantee, only from TaxAct. New year, new phones for the family. Join T-Mobile, and when you buy one of the latest Samsung Galaxy phones, get a Samsung Galaxy S8.
Easy now.
Plus, unlimited family plans and Netflix included.
Hometown heroes. Nick Foles, Austin Access.
Thanks for the ride. We'll meet again.
Nick Foles broke Drew Brees' single season and career record. He was talented, and he was head and shoulders above really anybody else in the class.
It was the rock.
He was always the type to put the football down, pick the basketball up, come right into the season with no training and be ready to go. Give him the ball and watch what he does with it. He was going to out-craft you and out-punch you. If you played on the team with Nick Foles, you were confident that you were going to win the game. It's as simple as that.
So Nick Foles trying to follow in Drew Brees' footsteps and become the second quarterback from his high school to win a Super Bowl. Tony Dungy talked with the 29-year-old Foles about the unlikely turn his season has taken.
One shot.
This one's just for you.
Something clicked, and tell me what happened. I think what I had to realize the last month was I just needed to play. And some people were like, "Hey, why aren't you playing?" Well, there's a difference. There's a difference when you're like thinking through everything perfectly, and there's a difference where you just react.
Foles steps up. He is looking. He is going deep. And it's alone. And into the touchdown is Jeffrey.
You know, we were able to execute and play at a really high level as a team. The energy in the stadium, the energy in the locker room was the highest energy I've ever been around. And we were able to control that energy and put it on the field and execute playing fast. That's hard to stop. That's not schematics. That's just playing fast.
The Eagles are headed for the Super Bowl.
I'm not going to make it any bigger than I'm doing. Because it's easy to realize it's the Super Bowl and then everything cloud everything. So I'm really just focusing on the game, focusing on the prep, and when I get out there, just honing in as fast as I can and playing fast.
What's the plan of attack for Nick Foles?
Well, Doug Peterson went to some things that allow Nick Foles to just play, as he talked about it. One of those is that run-pass option. Call a running play, but let Nick read it out. If that run is taken away, he's got an option to throw it, and he's made these decisions in the playoffs so well, gotten away from bad runs into good passes.
Yeah, when you're playing against the Eagles, you have to be disciplined. Devin McCourty's told us you have to play pass first. Here's Patrick Chung, one of the most reliable players, peeking in the backfield, getting beat. That's going to be Zach Ertz. He's going to have his hands full if he's looking in the backfield.
Coach Belichick and that staff is going to take away this college option passing attack. And they're going to do it by blitzing and playing tight man-to-man coverage, eyes in the right spot.
I'll tell you this, everyone thinks that because they struggled so early in the season that it's all fixed. But when I watch the tape, we still see guys running free in the secondary, some breakdowns of coverage. So
I think the key word is discipline. You said Patrick Chung, eyes not where they're supposed to be. They've got to maintain discipline tonight.
Tom Brady is just taking the field. You can tell by the reaction here.
Eagle fans,
There's quite a few Eagle fans letting Tom Brady know they're in for a long afternoon. These Eagle fans have been loud, loud, loud. We'll take you onto the field right after this, live with the players, one of our favorite segments that we do every Super Bowl. You see Doug Peterson, second year as the head coach, going to the Super Bowl. Bill Belichick in his second year in New England went to the Super Bowl. We're back right after this.
Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves. I have to do what's best for my daughter. I hate to see you go, Mr. King. I really appreciate it. A purple mountain,
Kylie Jenner announces birth of daughter. I'm sure you know that.
No, I like literally just found out. Like 2 seconds. Like I was in the car driving back from the laundry, and the girl on the radio was like in between songs, and she was like, "So won the Super Bowl, and Justin Timberlake's performing, and Pink's performing, and Kylie Jenner just announced her pregnancy and her birth all in one day." My head's gonna explode, and then she played the next song, and then Lauren just texted me.
Honda knows sometimes it feels
True.
good to get out of your comfort
I
zone
can't believe it.
and be a little different.
This picture's good. Well, this picture's definitely
With style and technology
picture's
to help you stand out. One and only Civic. A Kelly Blue Book KBB.com Best Buy for 2018. Nothing compares to a Honda.
New TV, new speakers, Netflix. This is going to be the place for binge watching, ladies.
Is it, ladies? Don't get me wrong. You have killer tech, Mrs. D, but you still don't have FiOS.
Okay.
FiOS is a 100% fiber optic network, literally engineered for streaming.
Good advice.
I've also got some ideas on a better cereal selection, which I will keep to myself.
Experience Netflix on the 100% fiber optic network made for streaming. Switch to FiOS and get a year of Netflix on us with a 2-year agreement.
Starting up to dust. Smart investment. Great ideas. The right talent and non-stop focus. Our cartridge-free EcoTank printer was there every step of the way. With about 2 years of ink right in the box, we got thousands and thousands of color pages. No worries about running out of ink, no hassles, no expensive ink cartridges. It's the new way to print.
Very impressive.
Every single person got real sick. Every single person.
I've been told I wouldn't amount to anything. You know what? Maybe I would.
Critics are raving.
I, Tanya is an insane true story and now nominated for 3 Academy Awards.
She looks just like her.
Actress Margot Robbie
Skating is my whole life. What did you do?
and Best Supporting Actress Allison Janney.
I made you a champion.
Curse me.
Rolling Stone calls it one of the year's more unruly Oscar contenders.
What you all came for, folks.
I, Tanya.
Best part?
Shit, should we what time to put down sequel?
Kills it. Kills it.
Killed it.
After watching that
The
documentary,
Super Bowl
someone just
52
looks just
pregame
like
show
her.
on NBC is presented by Turkish Airlines.
All eyes on Nick Foles as he takes the field, 29 years of age, considered retirement in 2016. Tony, you spent a lot of time with him last week, got to know him quite well.
Yeah, and for Nick, I was amazed at the comfort level he has. His team believes in him. He's fired up to be out here, and he is excited to play this game. He knows he doesn't have to outplay Tom Brady. He just has to play well.
But also think for him, it's important to establish some confidence early, some screens, some quick plays, just to get his confidence going.
NFC title game, 352 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. As we're on field at U.S. Bank Stadium, both teams warming up, as we give you a feel as we get ready for Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. And some of the star players, Brandon Cooks, his first year, he comes over from New Orleans, and here he is in a Super Bowl.
And this Super Bowl is exactly the reason they got him. This young man has speed. He can make plays on the outside of the field. So if they Philadelphia stacks the inside to take away those backs and receivers, he can make one-on-one plays on the outside.
Dion Lewis, Rod.
Dion Lewis, I had a chance to sit down and talk to him, and boy, he's a guy that's fiery, got that personality. I think he's going to play a big role. I don't think they're going to have a lot of success running the ball, but they're going to run the ball just enough to keep him honest.
But look for him making plays, catching it.
And Dion Lewis drafted by the Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, he's a big receiver, and Nick Foles really had to get used to throwing to him. Alshon is not going to be wide open like Brandon Cooks. There's going to be tight coverage, but he's so big and physical, you just have to throw him the ball when he's in tight quarters. He'll come down with it for you.
And he played with Stephon Gilmore in college in South Carolina. Zach Ertz, you think he's going to have a big game, Rod?
Yeah, I really do. This is the one guy that they're worried about, and they can move him around. When I saw him in warm-ups, he's a lot of deep inside routes. Patrick Chung will be matched up against him, but this is going to be a very difficult matchup for him.
Here comes Gronk, cleared from concussion protocol and ready to go.
Yeah, he missed last year's Super Bowl. I know he's going to be anxious to play. Jacksonville did a really good job of double covering him, taking him away in the red zone. My only question is, how will his conditioning be since he missed some days of practice?
Dan Rodney says he can still cover Gronk one-on-one. If he can do that, I think Philadelphia wants to sign him right now, because you can't cover this guy one-on-one. There will be double coverage tonight all day long.
Gronk, first-team All-Pro. How about LeGarrette Blount? He got any secrets to tell the Eagles?
I'm going to tell you something. He knows the Patriots well. They know him well, and he has a fire under him. Coach, deep in the middle, tough runs.
Yeah, inside running, pounding it, especially in the red zone. Look for him tonight. And not boxing, hopefully.
Stephon Gilmore, I mentioned that he was teammates with Alshon Jeffrey in South Carolina.
Started slow at the beginning of the season, some miscommunications, some blown coverages. But one thing Bill Belichick said, he makes the key play in the most valuable moment of the game. This kid can play.
You talked earlier about defending the run-pass option with tight physical man coverage. He'll be in covered run a lot tonight on those receivers.
All right, perfect.
All right, when we're down here on the field, I love to watch what you guys are watching or listening to. What did you notice?
Well, for me, this atmosphere is so great to kick. It's just the kicker's part. Both these kickers were bombing field goals earlier. Patriots Super Bowls always seem to end up with a field goal here, field goal there. I think either team that has to kick a field goal to win it, the kickers can make it from 55 plus.
I just look at the atmosphere and the nerves. And that's my big question. I know the Patriots have been here, they're experienced, they're really relaxed. I look at Nick Foles,
buying another
once again,
pirate.
I think it's really important to establish him and gain him some confidence.
But as Tom Brady told me earlier in the week, I don't care how many times you play in
You
the
already
Super Bowl,
collected
when you
this
come out that
pirate.
first time, it
Fuck.
hits you. You can see that. All right, let's go back over to Liam and Coach Harbaugh.
Coach, you've been watching the coaches here on the sideline. Anything out of the ordinary?
Like we always do, kind of killing time, maybe pumping guys up just a little bit, but they're both excited. You can see that.
Take me back to Super Bowl 47.
What were you like on the sideline before the game?
It was the same, killing time, you know, chasing my brother around. He was pretty locked in. Once I caught up with him, we had a good time, good conversation. He actually was pretty loose before the game.
Early on, he wanted no more with it.
He was not loose early, but I loosened him up a little bit.
Are we go back on the field? You see Darby on the field right now. What does he mean in this game?
Well, Darby's going to be big because he's a guy that's going to be physical. He's going to press. He's going to not let guys off the line of scrimmage. Plus, he's a good edge tackler when the Patriots try to get the ball outside.
Does he need to play a little bit tighter?
I think he does need to play tighter. I think he will. We talk about him playing off. Just because he's not in your face doesn't mean he's going to drive routes. He jumped a curl 2 weeks ago for an interception. 2-3 weeks ago. This guy's going to be aggressive and off coverage.
So, Darby preparing for this man, trying to defend Tom Brady, named NFL MVP last night. And up next, Tom Brady and his mom will look back at an emotional win a year ago and what could be in store tonight as Brady and the Patriots take on the Eagles. From above the scene in Minnesota, aerial coverage brought to you by Bud Light.
The hard way. Setting out before dawn in temperatures that even your thermometer is scared of. The hard way. It's catching them and throwing some back, even when some is all you have. And following the rules of the ocean while riding even tougher ones. The hard way. It means making sure every piece of seafood we serve is sourced responsibly. And that when we say our seafood is traceable, it's not just a word on our menu, but a commitment to the places we call home and the people we call family. Sure, the easy way would be so much easier, but for us, that hasn't been an option for 50 years. To those who do it the hard way, thank you.
No matter what your need, TaxAct can maximize your deductions. Dog carrier? Deduction. Walking shoes? Deduction. Self-promotion? Deduction. The Deduction Maximizer from TaxAct.
Super Bowl.
Mom and Dad got a new car with the extra third row seats. They think it's theirs. They have no idea. It's not theirs. It's mine. Mine.
The new RX 350L with 3 rows for 7 passengers.
Are you excited about your baby sister coming?
Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You ever feel like your hotel search is just going round and around, getting you nowhere?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Not so on Trivago. On Trivago, finding your ideal hotel couldn't be easier. Destination, filter, and search. Trivago compares hundreds of websites and apps worldwide to match your search criteria instantly. So little Chuckles here, he can have a well-earned rest. Hotel? Trivago.
DiGiorno crispy pan pizza bakes fresh in its own pan and travels straight to your table. Unlike delivery that goes from oven to box to bag to car to traffic to roundhouses. DiGiorno delivers a crispy caramelized crust straight from your oven. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I haven't had any experience being in the opening ceremony. I'm looking forward to it.
That moment is going to last a lifetime, regardless of how the competition goes.
Just rounding the corner and hearing the stadium just go nuts. But it was unforgettable.
Waited your entire life to represent Team USA. For me, it's like the coolest moment in time.
That's the one moment where we're kind of all the same. To be able to celebrate this moment with the world is just so amazing. Hometown heroes. Tom Brady, San Mateo, California.
Wow, that looks great.
Tom Brady is the backup quarterback on the freshman team. We were what's called the 2 group.
We had a rough year. Went 0-8 on the season. In fact, I don't think we scored a touchdown all year. Sophomore year, Tommy came in as our quarterback.
So that summer, he got myself and the other receivers together, and he decided that we're all going to work out hard, work out together, so that we would never go through another 0-8 season like that again.
Brady completes it Kirby at the 20 to the 10.
attribute to that hard work was we wound up playing in the championship that year. You would never think, you know, you run around catching passes from your high school quarterback that he could turn out to be one of the greatest of all time.
I love that shot of Brady. Looks like it's straight out of Happy Days. A year ago, while battling cancer, the only game that Tom Brady's mom, Galen, was able to watch in person was the Super Bowl. And now, a year later, she's doing better. And both Bradys are back.
A 5-yard touchdown pass has given the Falcons a 20-3 advantage over the Patriots. With 8:31 to go in the third quarter here in Super Bowl 51.
It's so hard for me to see them losing. It's the only time that I really get kind of mean. And not mean, but
mean.
Yeah.
A touchdown and a title for the Patriots! I can't believe it! I can't believe it!
Everything that she went through last year, you have this dramatic comeback. You look out and you see her and you give her that hug.
Yeah.
Like, what did that hug mean to you?
Okay.
You know, it meant a lot. I mean, my mom, anyone who knows my mom is all heart.
I could not have gone through it without him. You know, Tom was, he was awesome. He was with me every step of the way.
She's come in this game, and it's a very different year than it was last year. We've got so many things to celebrate. This is really special to be back here in her home state. I have a lot of family here, and hopefully I can go make everybody proud.
When did you know you could be great?
That's it. That's a tough question. And a lot of times when I watch myself play, sometimes it's hard for me the next day to watch the film because I go like this and I've got the clicker in one hand and I'm going, oh, why did I do that? What a stupid player, a terrible throw. You know, usually takes some years to really watch some games and go, oh, that was good play. Oh, what was I thinking on that throw? That was a good throw. Oh, that was good footwork. But so much of it for me is always probably painful to watch. You know, I still, in so many ways, see myself as someone who is athletically deficient and, you know, can't do what the other guys do, you know, which I guess has been a real blessing for me in my life, too.
He fires and the ball is caught in the back of the end zone by Danny Amendola! Touchdown, Patriots!
I'm curious the last couple of weeks if you've heard this talk, comparing you and Michael Jordan with your careers, with winning, not as athletes, but sort of...
That's true.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? Yeah, that's a pretty select company of most decorated team athlete in the last 30 years. Do you belong in that category? Want to be in that category?
It's not stuff I think about very often. I mean, when I was a kid, Michael Jordan was everything. I had his posters on my wall. You know, I had Joe Montana and Steve Young, and I loved baseball. I mean, Don Mattingly and Wade Boggs, and those guys, there's a special place for them. You know, I don't think I could ever be compared to them, just because the way that I see them in my eyes.
Hey, it's our quarter! It's our quarter, pal!
How are you going to fill this void?
My life when I'm done playing?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea.
Are you going to be a football coach for your boys? Are you a baseball coach? And even then, are you going to be one of those coaches that's yelling and screaming and firing? And
yeah, probably. I mean, I'd love to coach, obviously, my kids. That would be really fun for me.
Especially as your kids are old enough to at least see dad play, because a lot of football players, you know, they're out of the game by the time their kids are old enough to understand exactly what dad has done.
Yeah.
And you're able to get questions when you go home. Your 10-year-old Jack ask you questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's like John Cena.
Fantasy team. He's going, Dad,
It's like John Cena. It's like any of
you. No, of course not. Of course, he can't pick his dad. He's got, oh, Dad, yeah, I'm trying to pick your dad. But, you know, Cam Newton was there, so I got to pick Cam Newton. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I pick Cam Newton, too. The kids have brought me so much joy in my life. You know, I just love them so much, and I'm glad they're going to be here. I mean, last year was so cool. I had all three of my kids there after the game, my wife, my mom, and dad. It was really special. You know, hopefully we can make another great memory on Sunday night.
I asked Tom, how does somebody with 5 Super Bowl wins have a chip on their shoulder? He said, I don't know. It just has to be there. It almost feels like that's his game day uniform.
That's who he is every day. We were 3 years ago flying home from a Michigan recruiting weekend with my daughter Allison and Tom Brady. And I asked Tom, Talk to a 13-year-old athlete. What makes you great? An hour later, every bit of adversity, every slighty, every fail. We're talking about Drew Henson. We're talking about his high school days. Everything that drives him and motivates him. Great educational experience for Allison, but also for me. I learned a lot from that guy.
I knew Tom would be great when I walked in the weight room at 5:30 in the morning, and he was already there. And then when I walked in the film room, he was already there. There's just something special about him. No one takes care of their body better than Tom Brady.
The amazing thing to me, he's won 5 Super Bowls, and he's still, every day, just doing more to be the best football player in the league.
Coach, he still views himself as a 6th-round draft choice.
One thing that stood out in the interview is he said he loves the power when his teammates look in his eyes, even when they're down 28-3 to Atlanta. He feels like, I can't let you down.
And talking to Deion Lewis and Danny Amendola, those guys are afraid. They don't want to let him down. It's like he's their father, and they don't want to disappoint him.
He's not going to. That's the thing. That's what leaders do. He makes everybody around them better. That's why he's the greatest of all time.
All right, it'll be a familiar chess match. It's Tom Brady against a top-flight defense, and both sides appear confident. Do you know what Philadelphia's going to do right now?
I'm trying to see.
I have a pretty good idea.
It'd be difficult for them to surprise you.
Well, I mean, they could try.
We're taking on the go.
Hurry up.
We got to get it done somehow, some way.
Maybe ahead of you.
This defense man is a bunch of angry men, a bunch of guys that go out and live.
Intercepted by the Eagles on the bench and in for the touchdown. It is Brandon Graham.
There are no weak links. We don't care who makes the plays. Everybody contributes. Malcolm has been a great leader for us this year. Fletcher has been an absolute beast on the field.
Don't mess with Fletcher Cox.
Chris Long has added a great veteran presence.
Chris Long cannot be stopped.
We don't have a ton of big names, but I think we got a lot of great players on this team that people could step up.
We all got to be disruptive up front to have a chance against Tom Brady.
Love the way this defense is flying around, getting after the football.
We got a big old chip on our shoulder.
She's pretty good, to be honest with you. For me, like, she's not even all bad.
When's the last time you doubted yourself?
In comparison to, like, where's my home?
I mean, it's been a while.
Oh, I love that.
He tried to be humble, but he was being honest.
He never doubted himself. No question about it.
Okay, the chess match that goes on here. I know Coach Harbaugh talked about this earlier, that you just start to guess a little bit. You got to try to outguess Tom Brady. Is that what you think?
You do, and you heard those Eagles defenders talking about being disruptive. They know they have to do that. They have 8 or 9 linemen that play, but it starts on the outside with speed rushers. Chris Long has been unbelievable in these playoffs. This is what they're going to need from the outside rush.
But to me, the key is pressuring Tom Brady up the middle. You talked about it. Fletcher Cox said he has to be awesome in order for him to win. But once again, this is the idea. Blitz the linebacker directly in Tom Brady's face, create one-on-one matchups, and flush him out outside the pocket.
I think a real interesting matchup is going to be Fletcher Cox inside against Joe Thuney. I think that'll be a matchup. We'll see how he holds up. He's a vicious factor inside.
And the Patriots, the crowd reacting to the Patriots walking off the field. Some of the stars on defense, Brandon Graham.
Well, we talk about Fletcher Cox and Chris Long, but this is the guy that, to me, he's really the X factor. He is an unbelievable rusher. He's got a great motor, coach.
Relentless, and he will need that tonight.
Look at him, man. He's ready to go. The energy this guy has, he's going to move the ball around the front. He's going to be a matchup game for that guy right there.
He's already got a full lather worked up there. How about Malcolm Jenkins?
Well, Coach, I know when I said this earlier, both of you guys looked at me crazy. But this is the one safety I believe in the National Football League. And I'm not saying he can completely shut Gronk down, but I don't think he needs help double teaming him every single play.
The Pats go no huddle, which they probably will at some point. He's going to be key, making those defensive communication calls, getting people lined up.
Absolutely. The Eagles have a hockey line rotation. They have to get their lines on the field. If the Pats keep that defensive line on the field, it's going to be a track.
I'm going to tell you this. I expect Tom Brady to go hurry up offense. I've seen that before. If you try to rush and you switch guys on and off the field, hurry up offense, screens, draws, play action, anything to slow down that defense.
Think about the substitutions, too. Now, we got to run people out and off the field. Tom could get those guys with 9 guys, 10 guys, 12 guys on the field.
Yeah, you have to practice against that, but what they've got to have Philadelphia on defense is poise, especially early in the game. They're going to see formations they haven't seen. They're going to see quick snap counts. How fast can they react?
Early in the game, keep it simple, gain the confidence, defense and make sure you don't blow any coverages.
This is a playing defense now. They're going to get after him.
When I asked Tom, do you know what's going to happen? And he said yes. And I said, can they surprise you? And he's like, they can try. His counterpart, obviously, Nick Foles, going for his first Super Bowl title. You wonder what kind of emotions he's got coursing through his body. And Tom Brady, that's how he came onto the field. That's
savage.
how the crowd reacted. Some good, some bad. We're close to kickoff here in Minneapolis.
This is good. Really good. Totally worth all that cash.
That's right, I owe you for half of it. Let me hit the bank really fast.
The bank, that's like walking, just paying it with Zelle.
Don't know what you're talking about. But dude, you ain't got a yell. What's the big deal? Has anyone even heard about Zelle?
I use it all the time, baby. It's been treating me well.
Like for what?
My renter pays safely.
Yeah, it's backed by the bank.
I'm in a hurry, baby. Move aside, Jay.
Y'all know about Zelle?
Sure do. I use it every
I
day.
pay my dog walk fast.
I'll get my money today. I don't need any more apps, you guys. I don't know.
It's in lots of banking apps. Probably right on your phone.
Hold up. Let me take a
Why
second.
is Caleb crying on Snapchat again?
Really crying.
For students and parents and slackers and makers, movers and
I
shakers,
forgot
and
what
safe
this
and
time.
available.
I can't even stand that she does that.
And why am I walking to the bank?
Ready?
And why are we all rhyming?
Introducing Zelle, the new way to send money from your banking app.
What'd you say about Paul?
He's leaving? He's leaving?
Applebee's handcrafted burgers. Any burger, just $7.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
She started. It's been a couple of years.
Washington crossing the Delaware Turnpike? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sean saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
It's all out of sorts. But then, trepidation be darned, we do our taxes with TurboTax. Snap a photo of your W-2, and all your details are uploaded. No kerfuffle, no tears, no drama. See, nothing to be afraid. Trying to make a dollar out of this. Trying to make a dollar out of this. Trying to make a dollar out of this.
Where would we be when the whole world comes together? The opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics. Friday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC.
My favorite Patriots memory has to be last year's Super Bowl, being down 25 and the team just never giving up.
I have been waiting all my life for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
One of my favorites.
Tom Brady is a great role model. And he was very handsome.
That's the girl with that went with her friend to say hi to Joe.
That's just good parenting.
What do you think of the Eagles?
I don't.
To the Patriots fans, this year isn't your year, it's our year.
Levy!
Everybody is shooting their jaw.
We all we got. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. We will taste sweet victory.
This is Pat's country.
We will fly.
You know what would have been good? Some like boneless wings would be really nice.
37 minutes
Right?
until kickoff of Super Bowl 52. The faces of two football nations. The Patriots and the Eagles. The anticipation of the entire season is coming down to this. As we welcome you back on Field Live with Tony Dungy, Rodney Harrison, and John Harbaugh of the Ravens. What did you guys notice down here?
Well, we were down at this end, the Patriots end, when they were warming up. And I'll tell you what, I couldn't help but look at the business-like atmosphere. You can tell these guys have been here before, no nerves at all. I went up to James White and I said, you know what, if you guys win, I think you'll be the MVP. He looked me right in the eye. He said, you know what, I think you're right.
I got a chance to hug Tom Brady. He gave me a hug. He said, I love you. And he gave me that little wink. I've seen that wink before. That means he's going to have a big game tonight.
I'll tell you what, down there in the Eagles, a lot of friends down there talking to those guys. Incredible amount of resolve. Very calm, very loose. But they are so determined to win this game. I think the fan base is the same way.
I think a big story tonight is the conditioning. Because the last time we won our Super Bowl against the Eagles, they were tired. And they've had some guys sick this week. So I think conditioning plays a big factor, as well as Rob Gronkowski. He missed some time. It'll be interesting to see what he does in the fourth quarter.
I'm with John, though. I noticed how loose the Eagles seem to be, and I don't know if they don't know what's coming, what's in store for them, but they are really relaxed.
I think Doug's done a great job. I mean, he hasn't used up the energy. They're pretty calm. They're gonna save it for the game.
The one thing I want to see the Patriots do, I want to see them come out and start fast, because they cannot afford, against this team, to get behind like they did last year.
And you know, the Philadelphia system, the first 15 plays, we heard Coach Peterson talk about, I've got to script it up, I want the plays Foles likes. That a lot of times helps them get off to a good start.
The Eagles make big plays, man. They got a chance to go up top early in this game and get a lead.
But they're one of the better teams at getting off to an early start in the NFL this season. Meanwhile, the Patriots have never scored a touchdown in all of their Super Bowls. Who wins and why?
I like the Patriots. I'm never going to bet against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Are you crazy?
I think the Eagles are going to hold them under 24 points. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, you used to be an Eagle coach, right? Special team coach?
I think the Eagles are going to win the game.
I've been riding the Eagles all playoffs, so no time to stop now. I believe in Nick Foles.
Well, he's fallen in love with Nick Foles and used to be an assistant coach with the Eagles. You don't get a playoff share, John.
I believe in this defense. They play fast. They're physical. They're going to be here tonight.
All right, we're ready. It's almost here. Two passionate fan bases, one that's gotten very familiar with this stage. The other desperate for their first Super Bowl title ever. Their hopes in the hands of these players. Patriots, Eagles coming up, Super Bowl 52. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya have the call following Carrie Underwood with her new hit, The Champion, to kick things off.
This portion of the Super Bowl 52 pregame show on NBC was brought to you by Turkish Airlines.
With one of the best Patriots offenses ever, the game plan is simple. 1, if by land. 2, if by air. The stage is set. Watch it unfold. The Eagles are hungry, and not just for a cheesesteak. Will they feast without witnesses? The stage is set. Watch it unfold.
Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch Super Bowl 52 in Spanish on Universo.